lifelong Massachusetts resident and a Massachusetts taxpayer. I've received no funding from any gambling interest for or against the proposals that we're talking about today. And I believe that that's a disclaimer that each and every one of us should be starting with, because this is a cash-based business that has been wrought with graft. We have an economic crime bill that has been put together. There's no other industry that requires special economic crime bill legislation, and that should be an enormous red flag for legislators, for taxpayers, and for members of the Commonwealth. I'm the daughter of a union counter. I'm the granddaughter of a union carman who was a union member before I suspect anyone in this room was born. I'm married to a carpenter. His brother's a carpenter. I'm an average woman. I'm a very improbable leader of a movement against legalizing predatory gambling, which are slots and casinos in the Commonwealth. I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and I'm an educator. We're from below average income. I'm from a smaller than average community. I have no money, I have no power, I have no stable of lobbyists. But I have a Massachusetts education. I have a commitment to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts that my family has lived in for generations. And I'm here to talk to you today, to beg you and to plead with you to take a balanced approach. I understand because we have experienced months of unemployment. I understand all of the people who are here in labor, who are desperate and are looking for jobs. I lived that through my childhood, I lived that through my adulthood. We are on the same path and the same message that this is critical and this is important. Part of what has been missing today, and I've only heard two people speak about the local perspective, are the costs of the impacts. We've heard rosy projections about what we can anticipate, and let me show you in this poster. This is something I received 3 postcards from the Massachusetts AFL-CIO because I'm a Democrat State Committee member, I was a Munson Selectman, I'm a founding member of the Western Mass Casino Task Force, and I'm a member of my local casino task force. I'm the chair of that. I have received no money for the work I have done. I went to Staples and I spent $121 to show you the misinformation that has been promulgated by the governor, by top officials in this state, needs to be looked at. We need an independent cost-benefit analysis. We're so far down the road in the discussions and we haven't started at the beginning where we need to have a balanced discussion. I know from my work as a selectman that things are extremely difficult on the local level. 30,000 construction jobs, wrong. Good pay, full benefits, retirement plans. I heard from the Commissioner of Labor, $45,000 for average jobs. The special meeting said, no, that's wrong. Median wage would be in the 20,000s, and on the list goes. So please, I know my time has expired. I get my 3 minutes. I don't have the deep pockets. The coalition that I work with, United to Stop Slots in Massachusetts, we are all volunteers. We are begging you, despite the pressures from leadership, despite the pressures from the economy that are all very real, that I sympathize with, that I experience, to stop. This is fiscally poor public policy, and that's what we need to be discussing. And when we all get together, and I want to join with labor, and I want to join with proponents, we all get together and we talk about the rest of the story. I do not believe, as a taxpayer, that I should subsidize a corporation. $1 billion in California. Australia just released their 10-year report. $4.5 billion a year taxpayers are subsidizing the social costs. Connecticut's June 10-year study shows the entire region where the casinos are located was negatively impacted. I'm very passionate about this issue, obviously. It shows. I appreciate your time and attention. I'm available for questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time and attention.
Any estimates? We hear social costs. Do you have any estimates in the projections of the dollar costs of those social costs?
In the mid-90s, thank you, Representative. In the mid-90s, a neighbor of yours, Professor Goodman, out of Hampshire College, there was $13,500 per problem gambler to cost to taxpayers to support interventions, courts, legal, counseling, health, medical, and other issues related to the social piece. And I will tell you that despite the fact that the gambling experts didn't have the answer to it, I do have the answer to your question about the 90-10. That's from a study by Christina Brinkley, who is a Wall Street journalist, and that was with her work with Harris. In addition to that, that has been substantiated by John Kint and Professor Reynolds that have come up with ratios and other casino models of 80-10. So 10% of the player, 80% of the revenues. The Connecticut study was also performed by Spectrum Gaming, and Munson, the community that I live in, that I was a selectman for 10 years, was the only community out of the 351 that was highlighted in that report. That the Spectrum Gaming report from Connecticut is on their DORS website, and that will give you an idea of the cost of the impacts to our towns. And I beg you, as a local selectman, again, our communities are in tough shape. We cannot take another